What is up, guys? Back for another poker vlog. I'm excited to be back at Firefly. It's been about 2 weeks since I've been here, maybe 3 weeks. It's been a while. I've just been so busy finishing up work and stuff. So yeah, ready to play in the big like the RF Pro event, which is like a $1,500 prize pool, including a $400 seat to Cherokee, a WSOP event. So I'm hoping I can win that because that would be so awesome. But anyways, it's summer. I'm off for 3 months. Excited to start it off right with a little bit of poker. So I will see you at the table. What is up, guys? Back for another vlog, and I start off with 6-8 suited. So 6-8 of spades. I love those suited one gappers. But yeah, I am going to be second to act in this. And yeah, I have the video going about 1.2 speed. But flop's gonna come out 5 Jack 3 rainbow. And I forgot to mention that the player across from me had raised pre-flop, so this is just going to be a little bit behind. But yeah, flop not too bad. Need a gut shot for honestly the nuts at this point. So if I get a 4, I definitely have the best hand. So I'm going to check, and 2 players across from me are going to check, and the turn gives us some equity. We get the 7 of clubs. So my mistake. I was wrong. Now we get our gut shot. So any four makes us good. Actually, sorry. I think we're double guttered. Any 4 and any 9 make us the nuts. So I'm gonna bet on here, given that this 7's better. He calls 5 of hearts. Board's double paired. Given that he just checked on the flop, I'm gonna really put him in a tough situation. I raised to 325, and he thinks about this for a second. But I don't think, he's got anything, because he ends up looking at his cards and he folds. So I get the first hand through on a bluff. All right, guys. So pocket aces, and I'm actually in the big blind. So what gets better than when you get pocket aces in the big blind? Let's say what gets better when there's a raise, first to act, actually second to act, I believe, raised to 200. Brandon, who's in the green shirt across me, made the call. I raised it to 600, and then I end up getting 2 calls after that. So we got a pretty decent pot. Pretty happy with that. And because there's a little bit of dead money in there, whenever I show the pot total, it'll be a little bit more than obviously 600 times 3. But yeah, we're going to a nice decent pot, and the flop's gonna come out 9, 10, 10, 2 hearts. So yeah, there is a little bit of dead money in there. Pot's 2.1K. Obviously, we're all pretty deep stacked here. I'm gonna raise though, because I want to see where I'm at. I raised to, I believe, about 1.5 thousand. I could be a little bit more. I forget in the moment. But the player who originally bet into me, he folds. Brandon ends up looking at it, thinking about it. He makes the call. So yeah, we're going to get to a turn, and the turn is going to be the ace of hearts. And this is honestly probably a dream card for me, so I check it. And you may be wondering, why do I check it? I check it because I make a boat, and all flushes get there. So here, I'm going to try to get a little bit of value. And I put in 1.5 thousand. Brandon then immediately goes to 3.5, and I snap all in, putting him in a weird spot. I mean, there is some possible straights out there, but he knows that I'm not going to be raising with straights. So he thinks about it for a while. He obviously has a flush. I'm wondering how high it is. So he's thinking, and yeah, that's my all-in button, just so everyone knows I'm all in. And he ends up talking, and he does eventually fold, which is the right call, and I win a pretty decent pot there. All right, guys, next hand is pocket 7s, and I choose just to flat with the pocket 7s just to put in a call. And the reason is because pocket 7s is a decent hand to, check call, or sorry, I guess call and then assess if you get a small bet. Good for set mining, but I don't want to bloat up this pot. So yeah, of course, I'm just going to call with my pocket sevens and hoping, if I hit a seven, then have a sneaky set, which is extremely powerful in an all limp pot. But anyways, we're going to all get down to the flop here in a second, and I'm hoping to get some low cards, hoping to, I don't know, hoping to not see, hopefully a lot of blanks, because making a pocket pair right here would be nice. But yeah, that gentleman just put out his ante. Anyways, we're going to get out there and we're going to get down to a flop. And the flop's going to come out not too good. It comes out 10, 6, ace, 2 spades. So when it checks to me, I'm going to actually lead out and bet on this, because I want to represent spade draws. I want to represent an ace, maybe like an ace 5. Not ace 6. Ace 6, I definitely check. Even with the spade draw out there, just because more often than not it's going to miss. But yeah, I bet out here for, I believe, 375 at the time. And Parton, who's in the red shirt, you can see him across from me. He's going to look me up, and he's going to end up making this call. So he makes the call. So we're going to get down to 3, I believe 3 to a turn. It could be just 2 to a turn. We might be playing a little bit of heads-up action. Looking at the pot size, I guess it is 3 to a turn. So the turn's going to be the 9 of diamonds. Well, this is actually interesting, making me open-ended right here. I'm going to check to see what I can make of this. And the King of Hearts, which is essentially a blank for me, but obviously it puts out a possible straight out there. Higher cards. When he leads out for pot, I don't think I can defend this. Even if he has a bluff, that's a great bluff this time. So I end up folding, and he wins. He actually shows 2 pair. All right, guys, so this hand right here, I have ace-queen offsuit, and I believe I am first to act. So I'm going to, second to act. I'm going to raise to 1,500. The blinds currently are 3 and 6. My mistake, actually. They're actually 2 and 4. So I'm going to raise to 1,500, which is about a 3.5 size raise. And immediately to my left, player is actually going to re-raise me to 3.5. This is kind of interesting for me because, and I'm thinking they probably have got, not a monster necessarily, but something fairly strong, considering there's still 3 more to act behind them, and they want to get this to heads up. So I smell like a suited ace, or maybe ace-king, possibly jacks. I feel like kings and queens are going to smooth call here. Not kings and queens, sorry. Aces and kings are going to smooth call. But regardless, doesn't matter what that is. I'm obviously going to make the call because this is a strong hand, but not strong enough for a re-raise. So I'm going to call the 3.5, and we're going to get down to a flop. The pot is about, I think, 7.5 or something like that. But anyways, yeah. Hoping to see a queen high. I really don't want to see ace because ace, I'm worried about my kicker. But anyways, the flop's going to come out 4-8 king. He's going to shove. Actually, I check. He shoves. And immediately, I'm telling you, I cannot continue with this hand considering, he hit his king. So I think about it for a second. I'm thinking, do jacks do this? Regardless if jacks do this, I'm still going to lose looking for 2 outs. So I fold. He shows ace-king, of course. All right, guys. And now showing some of the actual table footage. My friends really like seeing the table footage. And yeah, the place I play, they offer this, the live stream. I did speed it up a little bit because this is a long hand. So I limp in with ace-10 suited, which is essentially a monster when you're playing about 6-handed. Especially when they're putting me on probably a suited connector. No, this is a suited ace. And yeah, Brandon's going to raise to 2,000, which is almost a min click. I'm really... I don't know, not a bad sizing, but interesting sizing. But I guess for pocket sixes, doesn't want to get into too huge of a pot, just see where he's at. He knows that Parton's priced in the call, which he does. And of course, I call. Of course, I'm trying to act as if I'm not super strong. And when it comes out ace-2-5, I flop the world. Flop top pair with the nut flush draw. And... action, they check, Parton checks, I bet 2,500, Brandon looks at his cards, and I guess he's a non-believer because he makes the call, which I don't know why you're calling pocket sixes, bro, but it's okay. It's okay. He doesn't believe me. Parton hit top pair also, but he has no idea what I have. He probably is putting me on a heart draw, which I technically am, I guess. But no, man, I woke up with a monster, and he's gonna call. And when the turn is a 5, I figured this is the. I believe he is going to check. I'm gonna put them all in. I'm gonna charge everyone the max. Brandon gets out quickly. There's no way he can call pocket sixes. He knows it. He looks at it for a second, and you know to fold it, bro. I kind of wish he called. That would have made me more money. But I guess he thinks about it for a second because I have been known to bluff in these spots. But I guess that's what's really good about bluffing in these spots. When you have it, you have it. And, of course, Parton's got a call with his top pair. And he's a little bit shocked. I would be a little bit shocked. I have top pair with the nut flush draw. And the four clubs is going to do nothing. I end up winning the pot, and I win a pretty big one there. So, yeah, guys, this video is titled How to Slow Play Monsters, and this is one of those moments where I get caught. So, yeah, Ted's going to raise with his queen 10 offsuit, which is not a bad hand. It's a pretty easy hand to navigate post-flop. I have a monster. I've got ace-king suited. I raise to 6. But let's be honest, guys. When you have ace-king versus queen 10, you want a call because you're going to win. And especially when you get a king-high flop with 2 diamonds out there. I don't like the diamonds. I think that he's most likely, if he's on a draw, he might call. If he's not, he's going to fold. I just go ahead and go all in. He snap calls. And I'm thinking, does he have diamonds? He's got queen 10 offsuit. I think if he had queen 10 of diamonds, that'd be disgusting, of course. But he's got queen 10 offsuit. I just need to dodge 4 outs. One time, and of course, it's a 9. I've got no outs here, and then the 10 of diamonds comes off. I lose.
Wow. That last hand was crazy. Shows the variance of poker. I have ace-king suited. In the big blind, actually. I make it so player goes 2,500. Action folds to me. I raise to 6,000. He calls, which I get. Doesn't really make me happy. And the flop comes king, jack, 4, 2 diamonds. Maybe it was a 4, I forget what it was exactly, but it was a blank essentially. I hit top pair. There's a flush draw out there. We're not gonna play around. I go all in for about 24. Pot's only 12, which is kind of crazy. Maybe the pot's about 18, 19. So I make a pot size bet. He snap calls. Snap calls. Open-ended. With no diamond, albeit. And 9 on the turn. And 10 on the river. He has a straight. I mean, maybe I go a little bit more. Maybe I go a little bit bigger on my bets pre-flop. There's no sizing though that makes sense that he doesn't call, because I do about 2.5. Even if I go 75, I think he calls. And if he snap called the flop after I go all in, I mean, just crazy, guys. Don't know what to say. Kind of shocked. Very shocked. That's the variance of poker. The beauty of poker is it does not favor anyone. It does not matter how good you are, how old, young, smart, not smart, whatever you want. He had a good draw. He had a lot of chips, and most of the times I win that. It is what it is. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope I could get some good content. Please like, subscribe. See you in the next video. Peace.